I am Olenka and I would love to share with you a delicious recipe. I know that some people is a little bit afraid of cooking quinoa, but let me tell you, with the recipe that I am about to share, you are gonna absolutely love it because it's full of flavor, which is what really matters when you cook such a neutral, ingredient as quinoa. Our ingredients for our pork and peanuts quinoa medley is pork tenderloin. We have a combination of quinoa, red and white. We have some broth, some red onions, garlic, red Peruvian pepper paste or ají panca, and yellow Peruvian pepper paste or ají amarillo, salt, pepper, and peanuts, and that's it. First things first, in my preheated pot, I am going to add a couple of tablespoons of vegetable oil, and here I am going to brown my pork. Now that my pork has browned, I am going to reserve it so then I can go with our second step, which is to cook our onions. Now that my pork is cooked, in the same pot I am going to add a little bit of oil and I am gonna cook my onions. I'm gonna saute them. I would like to give you a little piece of advice. Whenever you work with red onions and you are sauteing your onions, really take that time to properly cook them. Give those onions the time that they need to cook. They need to dehydrate, they need to soften, and then all of that yumminess will come, because if you don't cook your onions properly and you just rush on those, then they will upset your digestion. That's why some people decide not to use red onions. But believe me, if you really cook them properly, this will be heaven. Now that my onions, this is so beautiful and smells delicious. Now that my onions are cooked, I am going to start incorporating my red pepper paste, and then I am going to incorporate my garlic. And once again, do not be afraid of the amount of garlic, because once it's properly cooked, this will be absolutely delicious. Oh, important, I am going to incorporate here a little bit of cumin, because as I always say, pork and cumin, they love each other. So let's cook this for a couple of minutes, until they are all good friends. Okay, now I am going to incorporate my previously cooked pork, okay, in my saute with juice and everything. That's golden liquid. And immediately I am going to incorporate my quinoa here. And now my broth. I am going to bring this to a boil. Okay, the broth is in, it started to boil. Now I am going to cover it and I'll set it in simmer for about 20 minutes or so. And I'm gonna check it, once in a while to see how it's going, okay? It smells absolutely delicious. The entire house smells wonderful. Look at this. Look at this absolutely wonderful medley. I would like you to check it out. Look. Okay. Now, here, I am going to incorporate our peanuts that are already roasted and salted. So be careful on how much salt you add to your medley, because you could make it, over salt. You don't want that. And now I am going to mix it. Why am I incorporating the peanuts at this moment? Because I don't want my peanuts to be all soggy, right? But I want them to add some flavor. of parsley for some freshness. Oh my God, it smells delicious. Now it's the time of the truth. What do you think? Do you want to make this recipe? Please do it. Believe me, you're gonna be amazed of the flavors of this absolutely delicious dish. Comforting, in one word. It's comforting, but at the same time, I feel good because this is super healthy. You have the pork, the peanuts, you know, you have all of those spices, you know, that we use, the red Peruvian pepper paste, the yellow Peruvian pepper paste, the garlic, the onions. And because we cook in layers, you can keep feeling and tasting all of those different flavors that makes this dish absolutely delicious. So my friends, thank you so much for watching. I love you all. Remember, use your secret weapon, use your love. Mwah! Bye-bye.